Hello everyone, it's Honey Lou. So happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good November and Thanksgiving. This is just a video of things I've been up to, I guess. I read a lot of books, a few books actually, this month. Did a lot of studying, went back to the basics, but I guess we'll just share the decks. Okay, so the first deck that I was working with is a Tarot Masonic by Jean Bionarc. This is an out of print deck. It's a deck that's full of esoteric symbolism. I haven't went through the guidebook yet. Usually my bonding process is I like to shuffle a deck, work with the deck, basically break the deck in, and then I like to I just like to bond with it and actually get to know the images better, memorize the images before I usually dig into the guidebook. Sometimes it's not like that, but this one, it's like I have to take my time with it. And yeah, I just had it for a while, didn't want to work with it until now. I edged it in this gold because I feel like it matches the deck better. I considered like rehoming this deck or selling it, but I edged it, so I never did. And I'm really happy that I took the time to work with this deck now. So far I like it. I like pairing it with other tarot decks. Yeah, it's going well. I really like there's chakra associations. I love the court cards. There's a lot of different colors, skins, and diversity. Very easy to see the images of what you're looking at, and the majors are stunning. Really beautiful color too. I love that King of Wands. But yeah, it's going really well. I'm happy that this deck is getting some playtime. Next deck that I worked with is the Tarot de Marseille Jean Dodal, Jean-Claude Fleunois. I've been practicing my French, guys. It's not the greatest, but I'm practicing. And that's all that counts, right? But this deck, I actually put it away on my bookshelf for a little bit because I wasn't working with it. And the nice thing is when you do that, it gives you the space to see if you're going to miss a deck, if you like the deck. And this deck was a deck that I really missed, so I pulled it out and I've been working with it ever since. I've been keeping it traditional as just looking at 3 cards only, and then noticing what it is being depicted in the cards, notice where the eyes are looking. This deck is very simple, but it has really big energy. This deck has very big energy. So I really love it for that. The card stock is really good. I mentioned that before. Like, it just feels like it was already broken in. Like, it was brand new, but it felt all, like broken in. Very soft. I love the star card. One of my favorite cards in here. Dodal is a type 1, I think? No, type 2. No, type 1. I don't know. I love that 10 of Cups. I forgot. But I know this is one of the older decks that was discovered. This is just a cleaned up version of that deck. Love the sun. Very nice. So yeah, this is with the no written on the chariot, and then it has the emperor with the 4 there. So this is a type 2. Right? Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, that's the Jean Dodal. And then another deck that I really want to mention is the El Gran Tarot Esoterico. This is a vintage copy. It comes in a 2-part box. I have the 1976 edition. I got this for 30 bucks on eBay. I've been keeping an eye on this deck for a really long time, and I finally saw the price at the right time. So I got it, and it was brand spanking new. I put the deck in order. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this deck. It's totally my style. I went through the guidebook. The guidebook doesn't have anything about the symbolism, the Hebrew letters you're seeing, so I may need to just go through the Thoth and just kind of see if they all match up. But I love that death card, and I really love the pips. I was a little worried, hesitant about buying this deck because other Fournier decks, I actually never really found a Fournier deck that I really loved. But look how beautiful these pips are. And I love that there's suns, there's like roots, there's just silly little animals. Love that. And this is the first Fournier deck that I actually really, really love. And the line work is incredible. So I've noticed that the line work is really important for me. So the Tarot Balby, I felt like the line work was kind of lacking, but there was nice, beautiful color. I love that there's a boiled egg right there with the butterfly, transformation or air. So the cups are being depicted as kind of like the air, but I've looked in the guidebook, and the guidebook is showing cups as cups, love. But I love that there's butterflies everywhere. So I think I am going to get along with this deck really well. I love all of the cards. There's not a card that I don't like. And you can see the swords have like this water. So yeah, I've been just working with this deck too. And I just got it, so I don't know that much about it. But so far, I really, really love it. And I don't think it's ever leaving. And I found that it's actually a really good reader. And I love the cardstock. I was actually considering getting the Spanish Tarot Vintage, because I've heard that the color's a little bit different, but I don't know, we'll see. But this one I approve of. Okay, so then I got those 3 decks out of the way, and then now the Hermetic Tarot. I have the vintage copy. This is the first edition. I really love this front this front card. I love the font. I love the size. So the courts are like Thoth, except for the prince or the knight is the kings, the queens are queens, and then the knights are the kings. So, the Rider-Waite-Smith would be page, knight, queen, king. Thoth would be the knights go first, the queens, and then the prince and princess. But you could tell with the elements there with the fire. So fire goes first in the Thoth, then it goes the water, and then it goes the air, and then the earth is the full physical manifestation, that stuff. I understand it, but I don't really know how to explain it yet. Everything's starting to make more sense, and I feel like the Golden Dawn, the Hermetic Tarot is like the last missing piece of what I've been kind of waiting for, and I never really expected me to, for some reason I didn't think the Golden Dawn was that important to learn. But for me, it's very important, and everything's tying together. These are pretty similar with the Thoth, except for the Emperor and the Star Hebrew letters, so He and Tiza. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, they got switched. So the Aleister Crowley changed Emperor with the Tizawadi? No, with He, because the He is the it's more divine masculine, and then the Star is more of divine feminine. So those got switched. I don't really know how to explain it that well yet, but eventually I will. Also, these Hebrew letters are the angelic correspondence. So there's 2 angels that are with one card. There's 2 different angels here. There's 1 angel corresponded in the majors, except for the Hanged Man. Sacred Seed has a video about, she actually has like a list of the angelic correspondence. A really nice lady on Instagram reached out to me because she noticed that I said that I wanted to decode all of these Hebrew letters, so she made it so much easier, so thank you if you ever watch this. Also, what else did I want to say? Yeah, and then the aces just have Keter on there. Let's see if I can find an ace. Okay, so this Hebrew letter is just Keter. And then, yeah, just two different angelic correspondents. So I still need to go through and learn about the angelics. And that's about it. That's different. I've read the book T. The guidebook is really good. Everybody says the guidebook is good, and if you actually take the time to read it, it's really, really good. Also, this lets you know what the angelic correspondence are in the minors, but not the majors, I've noticed. So, thank you again. She just made it so much easier for me to learn this deck, and it kind of just, yeah, it just took off after that. And this became my workhorse deck. Favorite deck of the month, actually. Before I was able to only do 3 cards, now I'm able to do larger spreads with this deck and work with it like a normal deck. It doesn't scare me anymore. Okay, another deck that I got is the Blue Box Rider-Waite-Smith. This is the one with the misprint, Pamela Coleman Smith. Her name is Colman, and that's the one that it's most sought for. It has the blushing fool. There's some printings with the blushing fool, and it's printed in Italy. This one, I don't know where it's printed at, but this is not the one that people want. But the cardstock is amazing on here, and the images are so beautiful. Very crystal clear. It's like matte, and you could see all the detailing. And it feels like this is all brand new too. And I didn't pay that much for this deck. I paid a really reasonable price for it. And it has like this papery feel. But I really feel like this feels like the legit Rider-Waite-Smith. And you know how the one you could pick up at the mass market, oops, sorry, I do that all the time, I love that Hermit card too. It feels very commercialized, you could tell it's like print on demand kind of deck, or this one just feels very legit. And look at how the coloring right there. Maybe I'll do a flip through of this deck and my mass market version, so you can see the difference and how like the tone colors are really nice in here. I really like this one, and I'm gonna use it because apparently this isn't the one that people don't want, but the quality of the images are beautiful. I'm actually reading the pictorial keys to the tarot, and it's funny because you could tell that there's a lot of things held back in that book, and a lot of, just, it doesn't give you everything. And I remember that when I first started reading it, I was like, oh, I don't know, it's not giving me what I want. It's not giving me anything to chew on. It's just telling me what it is, and that's it. Like, well, how did you get that? Why is it like that? So yeah. So yeah, I'm just going back to the basics of learning all the systems. I actually feel pretty smarter, but I still gotta memorize the correspondence to the Hebrew letters. Also, I'm pretty comfortable with the decans and memorizing the Tree of Life. I finally understand what the abyss means. For a while, I couldn't really grasp it, but you know what book that I would highly recommend if you really want to grasp the Tree of Life is this book. This is by M. Kendall Lackey, by Beyond as Above, So Below, Understanding Hermetic Tarot Through the Music of Maynard James Kennan. And this book basically strips down all of that weird slang, with Aleister Crowley. I love the Book of Thoth, but this one I would definitely recommend it to anybody who wants to get into the Thoth. Also, even the Hermetic Tarot, this would be a good resource because it talks about. So I really like how she talks about the Diath Abyss, and then she lists it down, and then she just made it so simple, and it's like talking to an old friend. And then there's only 404 pages long, but it has everything you need. One thing I really love about this book too is that, so, the Book of Thoth will have like 20 degrees Pisces or whatever, and then, or 20 degrees Scorpio, 20 degrees Sagittarius. And then I like how she puts the exact date range. Also, she'll put Prince of Disc. Wait, let's do the minors. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, so the Ten of Swords is a sun, and then she'll put like the planet of innocence, freedom, growth, life, and then she'll do a Gemini, sign of ideas, debate, learning, duality ruled by Mercury. And then she'll constantly keep putting that in there so you keep remembering, like, okay, well, what does Mercury mean? Well, what does that symbolize? Okay, what does Gemini symbolize? And she'll just kind of keep reminding you. So this is well written, easy to understand. Also with the Tabula Mundi and the tarot or the Thoth, she'll put down what you really need to look at the cards and just kind of give you the idea. And this is about the Maynard James Kennan's music, and she kind of picked a song, and you don't have to really listen to the music if you don't want to, because she explains why she picked that song and what that song means, and so you don't really need to read it. But yeah, if you want to read a really good book about the Thoth or just the history, this I would recommend this book to anybody. And also I would recommend the Book of Thoth too. The Book of Thoth and this is probably one of my favorite books that I've read so far. The Book of Thoth, I finished this the second time, and it was a really good read. Both pretty quick. I read these both really fast. And the Medicine Woman Tarot I am working with still. This is really good too. I'm just starting the Medicine Woman Tarot, and then I have this, but I haven't been really working with that yet. And what else do I want to share? Okay, Dame Darcy, Queen Alice Tarot. This deck is really surprising me. I didn't expect myself to like this deck as much as I do. Mostly because I love Alice in Wonderland, but I wasn't a big, like a fangirl for it, you know? I wasn't really like, ooh, I gotta get that. But this reads so well, and I'm really happy that I was able to try this deck out. I really love it, and I'm really impressed and surprised how much I love it. I really love this Lover's card with the butterfly. I love how comic booky it is. The colors are very muted, but they're also very colorful and bright. And I've had the Mermaid one by Dame Darcy, but I'm really surprised because this is the one that is really working for me. And I kind of feel like maybe I wasn't ready for the Mermaid one at that time, so maybe I would be ready again if I retried it. But this deck is really, really working for me, and I'm having a lot of fun. I love the King of Wands. I love this Six of Cups card. It's so beautiful. The Ten of Cups, I love all the flowers, the rosy cheeks. I think, and also, I didn't really want to get this one because it looked a lot like the creator, but it's working. I love the Devil card. Ace of Cups. It's good. Really good. I love the card stock too. This is my favorite card, the Two of Cups. I love the frog. I love how Alice looks in that picture, or, you know, the artwork is gorgeous. So fun. Love that too. Strength. So that was the biggest surprise for me too, was this deck. What else have I been up to? That's pretty much it. I did get some decks in, but I haven't worked with them yet. Oh, I worked with the Wild Unknown Tarot. Yeah. So this one I've always been really careful with because it's the indie version. I didn't want to get it ruined, and I love the backs. So I found a sealed indie version of this deck, and then so I purchased it, and it's really helping me to be able to actually like release that feeling of wanting to keep this one safe. Now I'm able to really work with this deck, and I've been working with it a lot. And I think it pairs well with everything, and it's so fun going back to being able to use this and not feeling scared to use it. So it's nice to be able to have that joy again with this deck. And yeah, it's a forever deck. This deck would be always a top 10 for me. It's special. It really is. Oh yeah, another deck. I don't really need to talk about it, but I've been working with the Thoth. I read the Book of Thoth, read that Beyond is Above, So Below, and I'm just kind of focusing on tying everything together. I pulled out Tabula Mundane, so I might work with that this month, and I want to read Emmeline's book because I haven't read that yet. But yeah, I've been just working with the Hermetic Tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith, and the Thoth are just basically it. So yeah. Anyways, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what you've been working with. Also, this has been a really weird month for me, and if you guys have been having a really weird month too, and yeah, it's temporary. But yeah, I'm really going through it right now, but everything is good. I feel good. I've been really working hard on reading and keeping busy, and I actually feel pretty good. So yeah, I hope you guys feel good too. If you're not, I care. Please subscribe, like my channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.